August 12, 1985. A routine domestic flight departs Tokyo, climbing smoothly into the evening sky. 12 minutes later, a violent explosion tears through the aircraft. Inside the cockpit, alarms erupt. The pilots pull the controls. Nothing happens. The airplane is still flying, but no longer controllable. For the next 32 minutes, the crew fights a battle no simulator had ever prepared them for. This is the story of Japan Airlines Flight 123. The aircraft was a Boeing 747-SR, a high-capacity variant built for short domestic routes. On board, 524 people, the busiest flight of the day between Tokyo and Osaka. The captain, a veteran instructor, the first officer undergoing command training. Weather was clear, systems were normal, the climb was uneventful. There was no indication that this aircraft had been carrying a hidden flaw for 7 years. At 24,000 feet, just minutes after takeoff, a sudden blast. The rear pressure bulkhead fails. Explosive decompression rips through the fuselage, sending a shockwave into the tail section. The vertical stabilizer is torn apart. All 4 hydraulic systems are severed instantly. In seconds, the aircraft loses every primary flight control. No elevators, no rudder, no ailerons, only engines remain. The Boeing 747 begins violent oscillations, climbing, diving, swaying side to side, a motion known as Dutch roll. The pilots try everything, control inputs, trim, nothing responds. Then they realize the truth. They are flying a 300-ton aircraft with no controls. So they attempt the impossible, using only engine thrust. By increasing power on one side, they force the aircraft to turn. By adjusting total thrust, they climb or descend. Crude, delayed, unstable, but it works, just enough to stay airborne. The crew declares an emergency and attempts to return to Tokyo. Below them, mountains. Ahead, limited time. The aircraft drifts off course repeatedly, each correction slow and unpredictable. At one point, they extend the landing gear manually, not for landing, but to create drag and stabilize the aircraft. For over 30 minutes, they fight to control a machine that no longer obeys them. Passengers write final messages. Cabin crew try to maintain calm. Inside the cockpit, the pilots never stop working. Approaching mountainous terrain, the aircraft begins an uncontrollable descent. The pilots add full power. The aircraft climbs briefly, then rolls. Without hydraulic control, recovery is impossible. At 6:56 p.m., the Boeing 747 strikes the mountains near Mount Osaka. Out of 524 people on board, only 4 survive. The investigation traced the disaster back 7 years. A tail strike incident in 1978 had damaged the rear pressure bulkhead. During repair, technicians deviated from Boeing's approved method. Instead of a single reinforced splice, they installed 2 separate plates. This created a hidden weakness. Over thousands of pressurization cycles, cracks slowly grew, invisible, undetected, until the structure finally failed. Japan Airlines Flight 123 was not lost in a moment. It was lost over years through a single improper repair, a hidden flaw, a delayed failure, a catastrophic chain of events. And a reminder, in aviation, the smallest mistake can take years to surface, but when it does, the consequences are immediate.
Learn more about aviation safety. Subscribe for more investigation videos.